I'm Jessica from Aqua's Garden Centre, and today I'm going to be showing you how to repot a succulent. We always get loads and loads of questions about repotting plants and if we can do it for people, but actually it's a really super easy job that you can do at home on your own, especially now when, let's face it, there aren't tons of things to be doing. It's a good job to get done, get out of the way. Today I'm going to be repotting my brother's money plant. So it's kind of a two birds one stone scenario. He's done a really good job of looking after it, which is a fine miracle. So I'm going to look after it and make sure we get it nicely potted up so that it stays nice and healthy. So first things first, when do you actually need to repot your houseplant? Well, one of the most common things is sort of a matting of roots at the bottom, but this isn't the only sign. So on here you can see that the plant is slightly pulling away from the pot, which isn't a good sign. It's very top heavy compared to the size of the pot it's in, and also its leaves are just starting to lose that nice deep green colour, so it's a sign that it really needs some new compost and a bit more nutrition. So that's how you know when you need to start thinking about repotting your succulent. So today, to repot your succulent, you are only going to need 3 things. So first of all, you are going to need a pot to repot it into. There's a couple of things about this which are really important to remember. So firstly, you don't want that pot to be too much bigger than the pot it's already in. This is because it's going to inhibit the roots developing. So you might think, oh fantastic, I'm going to put it in this absolutely huge pot and it's going to save me time, but actually it's going to be worse for your plant. So try and resist the temptation and only choose one slightly bigger. So I'm actually going to use this terracotta pot that just, if you can just see, it's just ever so slightly bigger than the pot it's currently in, so not too much bigger at all. If you have got a bigger pot, these eco pots are really good because they're 100% made of recycled materials, so they're really sustainable and they look really nice as well. So if you have got a bigger plant, then these are fantastic. The other thing that's really important to remember is that if you're looking to repot it, you are going to need these drainage holes in the bottom. These eco pots are quite clever because they've got this rubber stopper, so if you've got a plant that doesn't need the extra drainage, you can just leave it in. You can also pop it out. So make sure that whatever you're potting it into, if it's a succulent, it does have that drainage hole at the bottom. The other things you're going to need are cacti focus. You can make your own mix for cacti and succulents, but personally it's just as cheap and way quicker and much less faffy if you just kind of buy a specialist compost. It's just so much easier. You're not there with sort of little measuring cylinders, and it's no more expensive per unit ingredient. So personally I would go for some cacti focus and also a little bit of gravel just to create a bit of drainage at the bottom. And that is everything. So that's all you're going to need today. Okay, so all I'm going to do, number one, get my gravel. I'm just going to pop that in the bottom of the pot. And then I'm gonna just repot it. Super easy. You just want to make sure you don't damage the plant, so make sure you've got it safely, and it should just come out if it needs repotting, really. And there you go, that is it, job done. I like to stand mine in a nice terracotta tray just because it makes sure that you get no spillages when you're watering it, because you've got to have that drainage hole in the bottom. But that is it, all done. So it's super easy, really good to get done in January, especially at the moment where it's a bit grey, and it's quite nice to get all those household jobs done. And it's going to keep your money plant looking lovely and healthy and oh so great in the new year. So thank you for listening. If you could give us a like or a follow, or if you have any questions, feel free to DM us. We're always happy to help you in store, online, and we want to keep your houseplants thriving. So just let us know what we can do to help. Thank you so much for listening, and goodbye.